Hey guys, welcome back. So in my first video, I forgot a few things, like the introduction to introduce myself and everything. So my name is Dee. I'm 28 years old and I'm diagnosed with gastroparesis. I've also been diagnosed with thyroid cancer and everything, but I no longer have thyroid cancer. So that's a good thing. So now I'm just battling gastroparesis. So, gastroparesis, like I said before in the first video, is a delay in the stomach. Like you can't digest very well, and you're always throwing up, and it's either throwing up or diarrhea, and your levels are off. I was constantly in the hospital. They were running blood work. My calcium was low. After my surgery, my thyroid surgery, I can't produce calcium. They killed my parathyroids. Parathyroids, you have them up here in the glands or somewhere up here. So, yeah, in March of this year, 2020, they diagnosed me with the gastroparesis. I was confused. I didn't know what it was. So I did some research. And it's always good to do some research. YouTube is your friend. I guarantee you, YouTube is your friend. um, yeah, so I did some research on what gastroparesis is, and I tried to see what I can eat, what can make me feel better, because I was throwing up. I was like, oh, let me just eat regular food. I'm Hispanic. We eat you know, rice, beans, chicken. Everything has to be fried. Everything's with oil. Everything's with heavy seasoning. I slowly started to realize I cannot have anything with seasoning. It had to be bland. And I was constantly throwing up, and I was like, oh my God, I feel bad. So every time I would throw up, I would just feel weak, run to the hospital. Um, so then they gave me medications from Canada, like I said before, and the medication was working, but after a while, my body just started to reject it. I was throwing up a lot. I started to stick my finger in my mouth. Everyone was telling me that that was bad, and I understand it was bad, but it was like there was something here, and I couldn't. I had developed tremors and everything, but I'm learning to get through it. It's a hard process. It's something hard to take in, like a hard pill to swallow, to realize, like, oh my God, I got this at a young age. I've seen other videos, I've seen other people's stories, and I decided to, to create my own story, to tell people what I have. I am not ashamed of what I have. Like, it's it's something that I have to deal with. Sorry, my hair is like a freaking mess. I'm sorry. So it's a process to learn, and also it affects everyone around you. It affects family, it affects relationships as well, because I can't go to a restaurant and eat what I want to eat. Like, there are certain things I can't have. Like, I can have chicken, I can have turkey, but it has to be cooked in like a certain way. Can't be with oil, can't be with this. And recently now I can't tolerate chicken and turkey. But I'm managing. I am doing like egg whites, I'm having noodles, like soup, and then for dinner I'm having like egg whites mixed with plantain, and then you just put it in the oven, and it tastes so good. Maybe I might do a video about that, a cooking video about that. But it's it's a process, and it was hard for me to really understand. But after researching and everything and trying to figure everything out, I was like, okay, this is what I have. And also, it affects your job. It affects your everyday life, because I was constantly throwing up. Like, I just couldn't tolerate nothing, and it was just so frustrating. But what I want to say to the viewers that are watching, to everyone that's watching, even if it's not, even if you don't have gastroparesis, if you have something else, just stay positive. Have a good support system. Have a good support group. Because if not, you'll just be in the slumps. I got my family, I have my boyfriend and everything. And honestly, I don't know how I made it so far. But I'm staying positive. Everything will be okay. You know, I will beat this. Even though they say there's no cure for gastroparesis, there is a cure. There is a cure. And I believe that there is a cure. Um, yeah, it's just an everyday life thing that you have to get adjusted with it. There's no surgery for it. There are people that have feeding tubes. Thankfully, for right now, I don't have a feeding tube. I've lost 95 pounds, like I said before. That is due because I'm not eating like I used to. I'm not eating fatty foods and stuff that, makes you gain weight. I let go of the rice, I let go of the bread, and all that stuff. But, it's, I'm getting there. And I hope that this video can help some of you. I'm gonna make a few more and see and just tell you guys about what I have and express myself and all that stuff. And gastroparesis is it takes a toll on you. You know, your mood swings and everything. 1 minute you're fine, 1 minute you're not. It's it's a life changer, and we just have to deal with it. You know, like I always tell myself, there are people that have it worse than me, so I just have to deal with it. You know, and find better ways to eat. That's like the main thing, finding better ways to eat. You know, my throwing up, as we call it, flare ups. It's it varies. Now it's like towards the evening. You know, like I used to throw up all the time, but now it's like towards the evening, and I'm like, okay, trying to figure that out, like what's going on. But other than that, like I'm just dealing with. I'm trying to figure out, like, what to tell you guys about it, because it's just basically, a delay in the stomach, and it just takes a toll on you. I was very down. I was like, are you serious? This is what I'm going through. This is, it took them long to figure out what was wrong with me, but at least we found something, and they kind of found a solution. They've injected Botox inside me. That's to help with the muscles and everything for me to digest even better. It's sort of helping, kind of, sort of. I'm still dealing with all that, but and I'm trying my best not to be in the ER all the time, because that's not how I want to live my life, always in the ER. So, but other than that, yeah, I just making this video and just telling you guys about my story, about what's going on with me, and I hope that this can, open up some other people and have them share their story as well. So, yeah, positive vibes and everything, positive attitude for everyone. Yeah, hope you guys have a great day. And, subscribe and leave a comment. If you have any questions, just let me know.